Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Q1 FY24 results conference call of GTPL Hathway, hosted by Emkay Global Financial Services. We have with us today Mr. Anirudh Jadeja, Promoter and Managing Director, Mr. Piyush Pankaj, Business Head CATV and Chief Strategy Officer, and Mr. Anil Bothra, Chief Financial Officer. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Pulkit Chawla from Emkay Global Financial Services. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Chawla.
Thank you, Nirav. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Q1 FY24 GTPL earnings call. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome this opportunity to management. Without any further delay, I shall now hand over the call to the management for their opening remarks. Over to you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you, Pulkit. Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to everybody to earnings call of GTPL Hathway to discuss financial performance of Q1 FY2024. Before we start with the quarterly highlights, I would like to invoke the memory of late Mr. Bharat B. Chavatia, the independent director of our company, who unfortunately passed away on 5th June. As chartered accountant, he served the company well as member of audit committee. All of us at GTPL will miss his presence and guidance. GTPL Hathway continues to be a largest MSO in the country and largest digital cable TV and broadband player in Gujarat. In this quarter, the company strengthened its footprint in existing market of Maharashtra and Karnataka by strategically acquiring 34.34% of Metrocast and an independent MSO operating in this market. As further subscription of 15.76 of Metrocast share will be completed by December 2023, taking the aggregate stake at 15.10%. I will now hand over to the call to Mr. Piyush Pankaj, who will take you through the quarterly business and financial performance of the company.
Thank you, Mr. Jadeja. Good evening, everyone. The company has recorded its highest ever quarterly revenues. Our KPIs have also increased both on quarterly and yearly basis. Our active digital cable TV subscriber base as on 30th June 2023 stands at 9.05 million. On a YOY basis, the increase in active subscribers is 650K. In the broadband business, we have added 115K new subscribers, an increase of 14% on a YOY basis. Home pass stands at 5.40 million as on 30th June 2023, of which 75% are available for FTTX conversion. Home pass grew by 550K on a YOY basis. The broadband ARPU for Q1 FY24 stands at rupees 460, an increase of rupees 10 on YOY basis. The average data consumption per customer per month stands at 310 GB, a 19% increase YOY. On a consolidated level, excluding EPC contract in Q1 FY24, the revenue grew by 21% YOY to rupees 7806 million. The digital cable TV subscription revenue is at rupees 2,981 million, up by 9% YOY and 8% QOQ. We saw double-digit yearly growth in our broadband segment, increasing by 13% YOY. The broadband revenue is at rupees 1,292 million. The consolidated EBITDA is at rupees 1,258 million, with an EBITDA margin of 16.1%. PAT for Q1 FY24 is at rupees 360 million. The standalone revenue, excluding EPC for Q1 FY24, is at rupees 5,118 million, an increase of 25% YOY and 13% QOQ. EBITDA stands at rupees 697 million, and PAT for Q1 FY24 stands at rupees 230 million. This is all from my side. Thank you, everyone. We can now begin with question and answer session.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants, you may press star and one to ask a question. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and one to ask a question. The first question is from the line of Gaurav, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, Gaurav, please go ahead.
Sir, first of all, congratulations for the results, and this is my first time meeting online. And sir, I have a question regarding results of annual year, financial year 23. And my first question is that हमारे जो revenue increase हुआ था last year के मुकाबले FY23 में 265 करोड़ से हमारा revenue increase हुआ था, और हमारे expenses भी same line में increase हुए हैं सर. मतलब कि total हमारे revenues भी increase हुए और 300 करोड़ से हमारे expenses भी increase हुए थे सर. तो मैंने लास्ट मीटिंग में सुना था कि आपने बताया था कि एनटीओ 3.0 की वजह से 9-10 करोड़ का उसमें डिफरेंस आया था. बाकी सर डिफरेंस किस वजह से आया था सर? ये मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन है कि बाकी एक्सपेंसेस किस टाइप के थे, ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस और जो भी 300 करोड़ का एक्सपेंसेस के अंदर इंक्रीमेंट आया था सर. और सर सेकंड क्वेश्चन मेरा है, जो कंपनी के लिटिगेशन मैटर्स है सर, दो मेजर मैटर्स है सर. एक तो सर जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट की गाइडलाइंस के रिगार्डिंग चल रहा है, एजीआर ड्यूज के रिगार्डिंग, जो अपने डीओटी ने एप्लीकेशन भी फाइल किया है, इसमें 975 करोड़ तक का लाइबिलिटी के लिए बोला गया है उसमें. उसका सर क्या स्टेटस है? और सेकंड सर एक और केस है जो प्योर इंटरनेट सर्विस का आपका केस है सर, जिसमें लाइसेंस फीस के रिगार्डिंग बोला गया है, और वो उसमें सर आपको कोई डिमांड नहीं आई है. तो इन दोनों केसेस में क्या स्टेटस है सर? बेसिकली मेरे दो क्वेश्चन है रिगार्डिंग लिटिगेशन और रिगार्डिंग एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ लास्ट ईयर. थैंक यू सर.
Last year expenses, as you simply said that we are going for the expansion. Because of that, if you see, there is a increase in the expenses side, mainly in the admin and the infrastructure side, which we did. Apart from that, there is some one time in the Q4, which we have already said that around 15 to 16 crores one-time expenses which we have taken. Because of those expenses, we have seen that there is a gap between revenue and expenses in FY23. I will say that if you can see our last investor transcript, you will get to know the exact differences which we had discussed in our last call in April. So that's the case. Coming on second, Gaurav, on the AGR cases, as you know that we have explained about this in AGR cases. There is no movement in AGR in both the cases. First is, just to give you the explanation, that the first is related to cable TV revenues before FY16. Because the license of broadband was same in the GTPL Hathway, and FY16 the subsidiary has been created broadband, and the license has been procured there, and this license has been abolished. So DOT has put that demand after taking the all cable TV revenue also for the AGR as a miscellaneous revenue, which is I think already that case is going on. This is an industry problem. I will say the whole industry, they have issued this demands, and the whole industry is fighting on that. And already a lot of explanation has been given there. It is related with the telecom, with the PSUs and everything. So that's the first thing, but no movement has happened on those cases in last quarter. The second case is in the licenses for the broadband company, which is on the single usages of internet companies, and there also there is no movement. Still, the case is going on into the courts. So we can't comment much on this. We are waiting, and we are very positive. According to us, you can see that we are very positive that those cases those demands will be taken off. We have not received any demand in the second case, but yes, we have gone ahead ourselves and given this disclosure for the better communication to the investor and for the conservative accounting. Thanks.
Sir, regarding the issue number 1 of Supreme Court case, and what is the ratio of the amount? Like 975 crore amount is there. What is the ratio like related to cable TV and related to internet? We have some figure regarding ratio in this?
No, we don't have any figure on that. It's 975 crores that their demand is given, the ad hoc demand which they have given. So that is the case.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. The next question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor and Company. Please go ahead.
Namaskar, sir.
Yeah, namaskar.
Yes, Saket. Please go ahead.
Sir, firstly, sir, if you could explain slide number 22, wherein you have given the revenue breakup for all the vertical subscription income, CAT, broadband, placement, carriage, activation, other operating income and other income. If you could give us some color on the factors that drive these segments and how are they likely to shape up for the current year?
So, subscription income CATV is mainly the CATV incomes which we are getting it from our subscribers and MCOs. So that is the CATV revenue, direct CATV revenue. Broadband ISP revenue is from the broadband subscribers which we are getting it. Placement, carriage and marketing incentive is mainly we are getting it from the broadcasters for the carriage and placement and marketing incentives which we are getting it from the broadcaster side. Activation revenue is from the when we are activating the first time, you get the activation and installation income. So for the new subscribers, those revenues are coming from there. Other operating income consists of your advertisement income, your EPC income, that is more of O&M income and all. And other income is more or less like a one-time income, which is interest and others, which is coming there in the other income. Here we are going to look at that subscription income, broadband, and placement and carriage income is the main revenue source for the company. And there you will see that always the growth will come on those three lines, which will drive the company's revenues.
So when we look at this number on a Q-on-Q basis, is it the growth in the subscriber base that is only the key reason for the 8% growth in the subscription and 18% growth for the placement and carriage charges? I would like to understand the factors and what kind of growth numbers are we going to see on the sequential quarters going ahead?
See, I always explain in the call that whenever you are talking about placement and marketing incentive income, you should relate it with the pay channel cost, because both are coming from the broadcasters. One is income of us and one is expense for us. So whenever you're going to analyze this, you do pay channel cost minus placement, carriage and marketing incentive and see the margin on that basis, the gross margin on that basis. Means subscription income CATV, plus placement carriage market incentive minus pre-channel cost is your gross margin, and that gross margin has to be maintained. So you have to look into that basis. Broadband, as you know, broadband is a totally different business, and broadband ISP is going to have their own growth based on their volume and value in the broadband side. Same subscription income CATV is depending upon the volume and value both.
But this time, basically the growth for subscription side in cable TV, especially for new tariff order implementation effective 1st of April, right? Because of that, this 8 to 9% subscription income is close to that. Not for subscriber base, more or less. Subscriber base, more or less, here and there, 50,000. Major growth is for the NTO 3 implementation.
So we implemented NTO 3, and the effect this quarter is of around 2 months for that. Still, the full effect of NTO 3 implementation you will witness in quarter 2.
So just to sum up, this subscription income on the cable TV front will be occurring again, and that would be more substantiated as a full quarter for the next quarter itself. This impact will be on a full-fledged full quarter basis. This is only subjected to 2 months for this quarter.
Yes, अगर आप देखें तो standalone में partially 2 महीने का subscription growth आया हुआ है, and our subsidiary company like GTPL, KCBPL partially 1.5 months का subscription growth हुआ. But yes, quarter 2 will be a completely full.
सर, आपने जो नेट ऑफ कहा था वो आपने बताया है कि सब्सक्रिप्शन इनकम और प्लेसमेंट मार्केटिंग को नेट ऑफ करना होगा पे चैनल कॉस्ट से. दैट विल गिव अस द रियल पिक्चर. दैट इज व्हाट.
दैट्स राइट. सो नेट जो आपको करना है वो प्री चैनल कॉस्ट और प्लेसमेंट कैरेज मार्केटिंग इंसेंटिव को करना है. दैट इज द नेट कॉस्ट यू विल से, व्हिच इज टू मॉनिटर, एंड सब्सक्रिप्शन इनकम CATV टू बी मॉनिटर्ड.
Sir, if you look at your the growth in this in the CATV business which you have outlined, what kind of capex are we going to do in terms of the structural cables purchases? I think so. That is the key component laying off when you are acquiring new geographies or even when you are penetrating into new areas. So, what kind of capex in the structured cable segment or FTTH are we going ahead with for this year?
We have already given the guidance for the full year capex last time. It is like 450 crores. We are going to do the capex, and out of that, around 250 crores is in the broadband, and 200 crores is going to be in the cable side. This quarter, we did around 99 crore of capex, on which 50 crore of capex is the broadband, and 49 crore is of the CATV.
And for the CATV, it is the structured cables are only? The FTTH and the structured cable are the same?
Yes, mainly for that.
Okay. And so, how many vendors do we have for the same, whom we are sourcing the structured cables?
You're talking about vendors for CATV business or for the broadband?
Both if you could. For CATV,
we have vendors for different equipments, for
different like Nokia, like Juniper, like in a cable TV like Nagra, like Changhong, like Zijo, Verimatrix, different.
So for the cable segment domestically, where are we sourcing? And for the OFC also?
It's like Sterlite.
You're talking about the fiber?
Yes, sir. Optic fiber cable as well as structured cables for the cable TV business.
Sterlite is the main. Sterlite is there. Polycab is there.
Birla and Sterlite.
And Birla, Sterlite, Polycab, all are there. From all we are taking.
So I'll come in the queue for the follow-up, and thank you.
Thank you. Participants, remember star and 1 to ask a question. Next question is from the line of Ranjit Zaveri, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir.
Hi Ranjit.
Hi. Sir, I have a question on the new tariff order.
So how it will affect our top line as well as pay channel cost, and will we fully pass on the rising channel MRP to our customers?
The anti-3 we have started implementing from April onwards, and we have seen that there is a increase at the customer level also, LCO level also. Around 15% increase has happened at the customer level, and 7 to 8% has happened at the LCO level. That's the average which has happened. And so that's we have seen. It has gone very smooth. We have got the experience of anti-1 implementation, and we have put into that place. And there is no chaos. Very smoothly, all the implementation has happened. All the increase in the prices and all has been taken well with by the customers and by the LCOs. So it's a smooth implementation which has happened. That's what.
Okay, sir. And my second question is regarding the 1,400 capex. Will it primarily be infrastructure upgradation in both cable TV and ISP side? And how it will help us counter high customer attrition seen in the industry?
So in cable TV, primarily is because of the set-top box requirement. And the broadband is more on a FTTH for new, going forward, we are installing only FTTH customers. So majorly it's like last mile equipment for that, and fiber and backend like core upgradation, not primarily for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. The next question is from the line of Rahul Shah, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. As regards to improving subscriber base, how much of it going forward will be natural and how much of it be through acquisitions and consolidation of smaller MSOs and LCOs?
Yeah, so as we said that on the strategic side, we are focusing on both. Yes, you can say from quarter 3, FY22, FY23, we have started doing the acquisitions. And that is one of the focus which we have said earlier on, that consolidation of industry is required, and for upgrading the customers also, for the quality level upgradation and everything. And we are going ahead and doing that. Yes, we are keeping the target in such a way that 50% should come from the acquisition and 50% should come through the organic increase in our current markets. So that's the way we are working towards that, and already that is getting reflected in our numbers. Last YOI, we have increased our sub base by 650K, and we are looking forward that the trend will continue, and it will increase up to that. In a YOY basis, it should be 1 million somewhere.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Ram Manohar Reddy, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, Ram Manohar.
Hi, sir. Just this is regarding the question, Metrocast subscribers of 4.5 lakhs. Those numbers are included in the 8.3 lakhs, or still those numbers are not?
Those are not included because we have concluded our acquisitions on 30th June evening, and that's why we have not taken the profit and loss account also. Considering that all will come in the quarter 2, or in the numbers also that will come into the quarter 2 in the consolidation. So all the consolidation will start, line-to-line consolidation will start from quarter 2 on the Metrocast.
And I have another question that during the last call that we discussed that operating income will be around 600 crores. So this quarter, I think company made around 126 crores. Still, are you on track to reach the 600 crores there?
Come again your question, Ravano.
Operating income, expected income will be around 600 crores as per the last chance that company is expecting. So current quarter, we made around 125 crores. So still, do you think, because income went up around 11%, but I think still operating income is somewhat slow at this quarter. So still, are you going to make up that by next 3 quarters?
Yeah. As we see it, that the implementation of NTO3 has happened, and still the full effect of that has not come. The cost side, the full effect has already come. On the revenue side, still the full effect has to come. And some of the market, we have implemented the NTO3 very late, that is in June. For those market, the whole implementation will come. So that way, I will say that yes, we are on the path on what we have said, and we should achieve that.
And I think even operating administrative expenses also are not coming down. Actually, I think last quarter, Q3, I think they went up drastically, Q3 of FY23. Still, every quarter they are going up. Is there any other reason other than because you said that I think we are setting up new business and all those things. So those things are coming up. So is it possible for those expenses to come down? Other operating administration selling expenses?
Yeah, that is going to come down. If you see this quarter, it is 4% high. If you say talk about from 168 crore to 174 crore, around 6 crore has gone up. But yes, we are putting those things there, which that cost should not increase, and it should be at this level somewhere, so that we can increase the margins.
Okay, sir. Thanks from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next follow-up question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor and Company. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, if you could explain to us this MetroCast transaction slightly more in detail, wherein you did mention about the first payment of 25 crore and then to subscribe to some in lieu of the transfer of set-top box. So how does this all work? And I think so 34% is what it is as on June, and then it will move up to 50%. So if you could explain to us the entire transaction and how have you valued MetroCast in terms of the subscribers base and the assets that we have acquired?
So I have already given that in the presentation that currently MetroCast has 4.5 lakh subscribers spanning in Karnataka and Maharashtra and Goa market, and they are mainly higher in the Karnataka market. We have acquired 34.34% at 25 crore. You can get the equity value straight away on that way. And we are supplying the boxes of around 23 crores to them for getting the 50.1%. So this is the purchase, and that is the subscription. The 23 crores is the subscription. And through that, you are getting the 50.1% stake in MetroCast, and MetroCast will become a subsidiary of GTPL Hathway on that way. So that's the whole sum up of the transaction.
So in terms of this transfer of set-top box, can you explain the process? I didn't get that one.
So the first 25 crore is the purchase from the shareholder of MetroCast. The rest, 23 crore of equipment, set-top box will provide to MetroCast, which will, in the lieu of getting the around 15 to 16% equity in the company.
Sir, what is the current market share of MetroCast in the geographies where they are operating? I think Karnataka is the main market for them.
Yeah, Karnataka is the main market. There they have around 300K plus subscriber base.
So what is the current market share?
450K subscriber base.
Currently, sir, existing market share क्या है?
The Karnataka, The Karnataka market, if we talk about, there are around 5 million, more than 5 million subscriber base. Out of that, 300K is the Metro. But they are into the strategic area, and they are dominating on those areas. There's no competition on those areas. So that is like some of the pockets of Karnataka where they're dominating.
And so when you look at your depreciation and amortization expense, there is a part of it that is actual cash burning in terms of the set-top box that gets I think so the losses on account of they getting expired, getting redundant. So what should be the amount that we should considering in terms of this 351 or 35 crore quarterly rate that we have?
No, there is no set-top box getting redundant. It's you can say the churn is happening on that way. Churn is happening again. We are adding it. We are retrieving the boxes also from the ground. All those things are going on. And right now, as per the policy, which is the industry policy, is the 8 years of the depreciation, straight line method of the set-top box, which is going on. So whatever boxes which company has procured before 24-15, that has already got depreciated fully. The rest is on the verge of depreciation. So, which is like every year you are getting 1 year back. So next year it's going to be 2015. The boxes which are procured in 2015 got depreciated fully. Plus, whatever the boxes which we are scrapping, if the scrap is happening, those boxes are already getting out of the FAR. So those are not the part of the depreciation and all. They are fully depreciated. So that's the policy on which we are working, and I think that's the whole industry which is working on those policies. So that is the case.
Sir, you mentioned about the capex in both the segments. So that is the incremental capex, or is it the maintenance capex? What portion is towards maintaining the current infrastructure, and how much is about deepening of the network?
Yeah, that's I have given the figure earlier that right now, if 15 to 16% is our churn, based on that around 50 to 60 crores going into the maintenance capex right now of 200 crores, and which we are reducing with the time as we are retrieving more and more boxes from the ground. So yes, around 50 to 60 crore is going into the maintenance capex, you can say, where we are maintaining the customer base, the same customer base. The rest is going into the acquiring the more and more customers. So that is there.
Sir, I was also looking for the number for the laying of cables. How much is about the is towards maintenance capex for cables, and how much is towards the new geographies where we are not present, and laying of new cables? So can we differentiate between the two?
Maintenance, if you talk about the maintenance of the cable cutting is happening and we are replacing it with, that is coming into the straightway into the OPEX. When we are laying the new cable, new areas and all, that is coming into the CapEx. So that is, you can say, in the whole CapEx part, that is hardly around 5 to 7%, which is on the cable laying.
The operation, the maintenance CapEx, 5 to 7%.
That's right. 5 to 7% is there.
Okay. And sir, we are always hearing this technological advancement that is happening in the space where we operate. So, what is the thought process of the management going ahead? How could technology take over things the way today OX, optic fiber to wireless, and then to this satellite part coming into play? So, what should investors read into this? How technological advancement a threat to the business model going ahead? And
see, we believe on one thing that and that's what we are working on. That we believe that fixed wireline, whether it is cable side and whether it is broadband side, is going to remain there. Till date, the most robust technology which has been proven for the broadband is FTTH, and that is the fiber one. That the whole thing is going on the fiber, and that is the most robust thing. Satellite technology, your wireless technology on the broadband, which is through 5G and all, it's still that has to be tested fully, and that has to be tested fully in the Indian environment. In Indian environment, we have to see, because everywhere it's not the all over India. If you talk about hardly 10% of India has the high rises. 90% India don't have the high rises. There's you require more of the fiber to go into the home rather than going into the air, but the wireless and all, because the spread out is very high. So we believe that fiber is going to remain there, and that's what we are working on.
Or any technology, whether it is a 5G, whether it is a air fiber, any backbone has to be a fiber. It's a by proven technology, it's a backbone to fiber ही रहेगा.
Thank you very much. Sorry to interrupt you, Saket. I'll request to join the queue again for a follow-up question. The next question is from the line of Rikesh Parekh from Rockstar Capital. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity. Just wanted to understand the new NTRO, which the full benefit by when we can expect, and how can we see the impact on the ARPU for the full year if one has to look into it?
So basically हमने implement effectively partially जैसे पीयूष ने बताया start किया 15 अप्रैल से, तो कुछ states में हमने 15 अप्रैल से किया, कुछ state में हमने 25 अप्रैल से किया. हमारी सब्सिडरी कंपनी है GTPL, KCVPL, जिसको हमने effective 1st of May से किया. तो that is why he said कि quarter 1 में जो भी revenue आया है वो partially 1.5 से 2 महीने का आया है, पूरा complete एक quarter का आया नहीं है. इसलिए पीयूष is saying कि quarter 2 will be a completely full realization for NTO 3 implementation.
नहीं सर, जानना चाहता था कि approximately means अपना ARPU कहाँ तक बढ़ना चाहिए? Can we look at it 475, 480 kind from 460?
I think आप as I understand जो आप केबल टीवी का ARPU देखेंगे तो proportionately वही 8 to 10% के आसपास रहेगा growth.
Okay. तो Q2 से हमें वो दिखेगा.
You have to see the cable TV ARPU, which is around 120, 122, 123 rupees. There you have to see that. Yeah.
Yep. Second, sir, relating to अपना receivables अभी क्या था data point ऐसा ये quarter end से?
Can you repeat the question, please? Sorry.
सर अपना net receivables कितने थे ये quarter end पे? Means March 22 it was around 292 crores.
If you talk about receivables has gone up to 481 crores. March May it was at 292 crores, so it has gone by 189 crores. But that is mainly due to the broadcasters receivables, which is around 190 crore, which has to come into
both receivable and payable both.
Yeah, receivable and payable both, as we have implemented in NTO 3. The usual 3 months has gone up to around 5 months right now on the receivable side and payable side. Payable side is more on the marketing. Receivable side is the more of placement rather than the marketing, and payable side is the more on the piece and the cost. So both have gone up in this quarter. As you see, this is cyclical. Always you will see that the trade receivable and trade payables, because of the broadcasters, increases in quarter 1 and quarter 2 and start declining from quarter 3 and quarter 4. By quarter 4, again you achieve that 90 days credit, which is there prevailing.
And sir, last question, means last quarter, means last year because of Deloitte, we had a return of some 19 odd crores, 18, 19 crores. So any recovery out of that 6, 7 odd crores we have?
No, that will come, but this quarter, no recovery has come from.
Okay. But we are still hopeful. Okay. Thank you. That's it from my side.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Hathway from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to know effective tax rate going ahead.
So effective tax rate would be around 26.2%, and that we will actually going forward in Q2, Q3, Q4, we will try to maintain.
Okay. And for FY25 also, if you can.
The same rate actually we are targeting.
Oh.
Probably
Oh.
we are going to if suppose we are going for RTU assets, to that extent actually it will vary, otherwise it will remain in the same range.
Okay. Thank you. That's it from my side.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and one to ask a question. Next follow-up question is from the line of Ram Manohar Reddy, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Sir, any reason for delay in AGM this year?
No reason for that, but we wanted to do it earlier, but as you know that Mr. Chavatia, one of the directors, has demised, and then the new director has to come into the board and everything. So that's why we have delayed it a bit right now.
Okay, sir. That's from my side, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and one to ask a question. The next follow-up question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor and Company. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. तो जैसा आप बता रहे थे कि कोई भी हमारे नेटवर्क के लिए फाइबराइजेशन इज द की एंड इट हैज टू गो थ्रू द बैकबोन इज द फाइबर. तो सर गोइंग अहेड जैसे अभी टेलकोस 5G में जो इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं स्पेशली टू इंक्रीज द फाइबर काउंट जस्ट टू compete with them in terms of providing the broadband services, what kind of have you factored in this 5G rollout going ahead in terms of the capex we are going for the broadband, and how are we going to showcase our products when 5G broadband services comes into play? There will be a real comparison between the broadband services provided by us and the telcos in the 5G format.
Saket, you're right that there is a lot of analysis on this, on air fiber versus fiber versus satellite and everything. And
Sir, I can't hear you. Hello?
Everyone. I will say that we can have one-to-one chat on this, and I'll give you those. I think I have given you the last call with you. Some of the aspects, I'll give you more, but how we are looking forward, that how it will going to span, what are the pros and cons and both the technologies. Okay.
Fine. I'll get back to the IR team.
Sure, Saket. Look forward. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and all the best.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and one to ask the question. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and one to ask a question. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one. The next follow-up question is from the line of Ram Manohar Reddy, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Sir, is company reaching out to existing cable customers because many customers may be having a different broadband and other things. As far as I am concerned, I am not using cable TV for the last 5 years, even my family members and other things, because I think because the technology, the persons who has internet connection, who know something, who can operate TV and other things, definitely they won't prefer cable TV as such, because the cost is there is no much cost difference, right? Because basically, if you go for broadband, you will get internet, and if you go for cable TV, just okay, only this. It's not on demand, other things. So, are you reaching to the existing system? Because we are saying that there is a 9 million customer, there is a potential to convert those customers to broadband customers, but there is no guarantee those customers might be already having broadband connection. So, how you are reaching the customers and then saying that why not from GTPL? Are people who maybe, how you can educate or is there any effort from company side to reach those customers?
Hi Ram. Ram, see, the wire broadband, we call it a startup still as an industry. As you know that right now just 35 million homes have wire broadband out of 350 million, which is like 10% hardly for the country like India. If you compare it with the other countries which has more than 50%, you talk about China, Europe zone, more than 65%, US and other countries which is already at 70-75% on the fiber broadband. So India still has a lot to go. Yes, you are right that still, if you talk about internet customers, it's like 672 million India is showing right now. But those are more of mobile on the mobile side, on the internet, which is like a low internet. As country is going more and more on digital, and everything is happening on the digital, and then the requirement of higher bandwidth, higher speed is going to be there. And there we are going to see the path which fiber broadband will bring in. And yeah, it is, you can say it is 3 years back, the fiber broadband was at 20 million, now it has gone up to 35 million, and we are hopeful that in the next 5 years, it's going to be close to 100 million somewhere. And so that's we are looking forward into this thing. You talk about our 9 million subscriber base in the cable side. If I talk about around 35% or 33% is in the phase 1 and phase 2 market, which is more of a capital market and metro market. My 65% market is in the rural market, phase 3 and phase 4, where still the penetration of broadband is very low. And there the opportunity comes for us to bring all our customers into the real broadband, which is the fiber broadband. So we are looking forward to that, and we are working towards that how we can bring those customers into the broadband, because already we have those relationships with those customers.
Just my concern is, okay, we may miss those existing customers to our competitors. See, if you are not taking any initiative urgently, because those 9 million customers may not come to GTPL. That is, even if you get some 2 million, 3 million, that is well and good. So that is just I want to point out to the management so that you can take action.
But the cable will remain same. That's not a problem, because the cable still we have close to around, if you see the pay TV customers and cable and satellite homes put together, still it's almost 120 million households, versus wireline broadband is only 35 million homes.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you for my side.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next follow-up question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor and Company. Please go ahead.
You mentioned about that the fiber story plays out in the rural more and in cities where there are less high-rise buildings. So what do you want to convey there? When it is the high-rise buildings and the complex, the fiberization, the fiber to home does not reaches the home in the fiber format. What were you trying to explain us?
Second, the fiber to broadband, fiber to home, everywhere it will remain the same.
But the comparison you were making, sir, between the low-rise and the high-rise buildings, so what were you trying to explain?
No, low-rise, high-rise is more of like a concentration of customers we are talking about. See, in India, if you go to the rural, the concentration of customers is not there. It's far, far, far. In the urban, you will say there is a concentration of customers.
Correct.
So that's way we are talking about, on the concentration of customers in India.
So the cost is also going to go down with more concentration of customers when you build the infrastructure once, and then the revenue starts building up every month. So the cost also goes down considerably in a complex or a high rise. The number of customers are more.
Yes, you're right, and you have to put a lot of efforts to put the quality over there. So that is the thing. So both have pros cons. That's what I say. Let's have a discussion one-to-one.
Fine.
Lot of aspects are there to discuss on those things. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Oh, great. Thank you.
That's all from my side.
Thanks.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. A reminder to all the participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. As there are no further questions, I now hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Thank you. I would like to express my thanks to every participant who take their time out to attend the call. We will work hard to ensure the company will continue its journey of sustainable growth in the upcoming quarters as well. For any queries, please feel free to connect with Orient Capital, which is our investor relations advisor. Thank you once again. Good evening.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Emkay Global Financial Services, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.